It has been 3 months since Tokyo Revenger's first release in Japan. This July the gross income of the original manga officially reached £25 million, recorded to be 6 times as much as before. Tokyo Revenger's appeal is even greater as the July live action goes viral in Asia. What is it that makes Tokyo Revengers so hot? What does this anime world entail and how attractive are the characters? What emotion does it provoke? Let's find out in this video. Tokyo Revenger tells the story of Hanagaki Takemaiki, a failure in modern society. Once nearing death, his soul travels back in time. After discovering his time-traveling ability, Takemaiki decides to rebuild his life, fixing the past to change the future and save the girl he loves. To do that, he has to do an impossible mission. From a victim of school bullying, he has to try hard to become the notorious Tokyo hooligan gang leader. From there, battles among gangs start to show up. They are bloody, violent, yet equally touching. By developing parallel past and present, Tokyo Revengers brings forward a reference frame that all actions in the past would lead to unavoidable consequences in the present. And that some things can never be changed. Even for time travelers like Takemaiki. Every time Takemaiki visits the past, myths behind real identities of other characters gradually unravel. In short, the movie is about Takemaiki's journey to save himself, through saving the lives of others. From now on, we will dig deep into why Tokyo Revengers is an anime worth watching. And if you find that true, please don't miss this TV series. According to the original manga, Tokyo Revengers world hinges on penalties among 6 major gangs in Tokyo. But right now the broadcasting anime has only introduced 3 main ones, including Tamon, Mobius, and Valhalla. Being a world where people greet with fists, the gangs and their legends are vividly shown through several battles. Throughout the story, we will see the plots and bloody penalties. Some attacks are even shown directly and nakedly, stimulating fans of violence and murder genres. But if you are a bit hesitant because of how hardcore it'd be, no worries. The frequency of such scenes are not excessive but adequate, comfortable and full of resting time. Instead of having continuous fights, Tokyo Revengers focuses on developing the conflicts behind them. This is a clever way of storytelling, for bloody fights are only an outer shell. Meanwhile, the movie's strength lies on the inside. The reasons leading to said fights and their aftermaths. Extra touches of character development has helped put more depth into the hooligan world of the movie. It is wild yet still lawful and abiding by rules of the society. In front of a creation, viewers' moods are affected at various levels. At surface level, they are drawn to the emotions brought about by events. A much deeper and multi-layered level is where viewers realize a change in their intuition and values thanks to meanings the movie delivers. Tokyo Revengers excels at provoking general feelings and reaching further to the second layer. Emotions that the movie brings are sorted into 2 currents, the shivering felt during head-on fights and the emotionalism in expressing a relative factor, making viewers easily cry or feel desperate together with the movie character. These 2 opposing factors are interwoven and complemented, hence avoiding the oppression from one single current. The balance of 2 emotive poles increases Tokyo Revengers' reach day by day, for it brings forward a comfortable enough emotive experience that is neither too stressful nor plain. It is the perfect formula for an audience looking for entertainment. Besides harmoniously kindling emotions, Tokyo Revengers introduces well-balanced characters to satisfy the general audience. Male viewers would like the characters' cool vibe and fighting skills. On the same note, the emotional side, the cute demeanor and most importantly, the handsome visuals help attract female viewers also. Tokyo Revengers has a diverse character system, each one within it built different but equally consistent, not trailing off from the story of powerful men. At present, the male protagonist Hanagaki Takemaiki is the weakest of all. Bad at fighting but always showing up just to get hit. Basically the so-called golden punch bag in hooligan field. Strength is often perceived to attest someone. But sometimes, it also comes from our willingness to take the hit without whining or giving up. Takemaiki's strength is the second type. He knows his volatility, knows he can easily die. Yet he still jump into danger from time to time. Yes, he is afraid but he never turns his back. This is the kind of main character often found in mangas, or The Hobbit in The Lord of the Rings. These characters often get complaints from the audience for they are weak but reckless. For that reason, Their weak bodies only increase the difficulty of the game. Yet years passed by and Japanese mangas are still keen on this type of protagonist. It is no coincidence that among the bright candidates of the Fellowship of the Ring, Frodo was the chosen one to hold responsibility. The act of choosing a weak but resilient protagonist is a humane persistence, since the filmmakers want people to understand that real power is the inner resilience itself, not the muscles. Unlike Dake Mikey has great fighting abilities. Merely reaching 160 centimeters, he still is afraid of no one, notoriously known as the Invincible Mikey. Strong enough to incapacitate anyone with a single kick. He is the founder of Damon since middle school. Later, he became commonly known as the martial arts genius, recognized by all Tokyo. Viewers can spot interesting characteristics in him, like the destructive power hidden behind a cute little body. Despite being a hooligan, he never touches females or hit others instinctively. Only going by his own rules, Mikey doesn't hesitate to murder anyone that dare to touch his dear motorbike, yet can still be extra soft towards friends. In Tokyo Revengers, Mikey's life is a gloomy picture. Yet, there are still a few bright points, making him a hero in some aspects. Mikey nurtures an ideal of a hooligan world, which he never stops fighting for, still moving forward at all costs. Wishing to build a hooligan world sounds just as crazy as wishing for a universe where we can eliminate half of the population with just a finger snap. But overall, isn't a hero made from the word ideal? So is Mikey a hero or a villain? Please give the movie a try and have your own assessment. Take Mikey's strength as mental while Mikey's physical. Regarding the three main characters movies typically go for, the third will blend both elements. In Tokyo Revengers, that is Draken, Mikey's right-hand man plus babysitter, who is always worrying, caring and sympathetic for his strong leader, yet very emotionally fragile. The cool and collected Dark, just like Mikey, has his own ideal, and is willing to do anything to follow it. After hearing descriptions of these characters, you'd be surprised that they are only middle school students, right? Tokyo Revengers sort of went too far with this detail. Such young characters, who should care about their study, only spend time fighting, racing on their motorbikes, breaking into houses, stealing and frequently stabbing schoolmates. I believe this should be taken into consideration before you watch Tokyo Revengers, for the movie delivers quite a chaotic and negative world. Of course, any picture has its light and shadow. So does Tokyo Revengers. Despite the negativity of a violent world, rays of light still shine thanks to the friendships or the ideals our characters have always dreamed of. Besides, for the best experience, I think you should watch Tokyo Revengers with a chill mind and few expectations. If you are a fan of ongoing big battles dragging on for about 10 episodes, or characters with fantastical and ever-evolving powers, Tokyo Revengers won't live up to your expectations. Because just as mentioned, this is a highly entertaining movie, targeting the general audience, even non-fans of anime manga genres or even Japan. It is why Tokyo Revengers is reaching more and more audience. After all, I think the audience's expectations are both an honor and a killing factor of a movie. It'd be a bit unfair for a movie to be watched with an extremely judgmental mind full of expectations, wouldn't it? So if you are seeking an entertainment movie, please give Tokyo Revengers a try and see whether you can notice any bright thing amidst this dark anime universe. Thank you for spending time watching the whole Films video. Greetings and see you in the next video.